Yes. We can fill in some more up here, guys.
Yeah, come on over. Absolutely. No, that's okay. Go on over.
Hello and welcome. My name is Natalie Garrett, and I'm the Strategic Communications Director for the Indiana Department of Transportation. On behalf of the agency and the project team, I would like to welcome you all here on this unexpectedly, after watching the weather closely this week, beautiful afternoon to help us celebrate the opening of the North Split Interchange. Before we bring out our green thumbs, we have a number of partners here today that will be sharing remarks. And following the ceremony, there will be an opportunity for photos as well as media interviews. So at this time, I would like to welcome our first speaker to the podium, Michelle Harrell, Deputy Division Administrator with the Federal Highway Administration.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Federal Highway Administration here in Indiana, we would like to congratulate the Indiana Department of Transportation on the opening of the I-65, I-70 North Split project here in Indianapolis. As we know, this has been a big effort, and I want to congratulate also the project team, HNTV, JSE, Superior Construction, as well as all the contracting community and partners that helped with this project. This project aligns with FHWA's goals of safety, reduction in congestion, as well as improved travel times, not only for the people here in Indiana, but for nationally, since this is a major interstate thoroughfare, both 65 and 70. We look forward to our continued partnership as we implement the bipartisan infrastructure law. We're in year 2 of 5, so please be patient with us. But we look forward to all helping our transportation partners and improving transportation here in Indiana. Thank you very much.
Our next speaker is Captain Ron Galavis with the Indiana State Police.
Thank you, Natalie. I appreciate it. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of the Indiana State Police, thank you for letting us be part of this. Congratulations to NDOT, to all the crews that put this fantastic piece of engineering marvel behind us together. Prior to this construction project, this interchange, North Split, averaged 300 vehicle crashes every year, just the North Split alone. So with the improved ingress and egress access, limited weaving opportunities, the goal is that this newly constructed roadway is going to reduce the risk of those vehicular crashes, which ultimately will reduce the number of injuries and ultimately also fatalities. So for our agency and for law enforcement, that is huge. And also for the traveling public that make the city of Indianapolis either a stop through or a final destination, it's going to be safe for everybody. Not only is the interchange going to be safer, but our neighborhoods are going to be safer. A lot less vehicular traffic looking to get around all the construction, especially those semis that we saw a lot of. We're also going to have an opportunity for us as law enforcement to be able to get on and off the interstate real quick to assist our law enforcement partners. So again, it's a win-win for everybody, especially the surrounding communities. So for the motoring public that may be seeing this, you've got to stay vigilant. You've got to be accountable to yourself. You've got to be responsible because, again, even though grand openings today, there's still a lot of work to be done. You will still see cones and individuals dressed with reflective vests, machinery, and all other kinds of equipment. So please give them plenty of room to work. Adhere to the speed limit signs because we're out here watching. But again, congratulations. And this just makes the Crossroads of America that much better of a place to be. So Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Next, I would like to introduce President and CEO of Downtown Indy Inc., Taylor Schacker.
Thank you all for having me today. This month, our city welcomes tens of thousands of people into downtown for Month of May experiences. From the 500 Festival Parade to more than 350 unique dining options, downtown serves as the initial touch point for so many enjoying the magic of Indianapolis and the Indy 500. With the North Split reopened, downtown is now more accessible, welcome, and navigable for guests who come to experience this time-honored tradition. The saying goes, "This is May," and with it comes "This is Downtown." As one of the most livable and vibrant urban areas in the country, these transportation improvements also reinforce the live, work, play lifestyle adopted by so many of our downtown residents and visitors. With the start of May, we've seen the opening of new food and drink options, a vibrant pop-up dog park at Luger Plaza, and return of outdoor programming in our iconic public spaces, including Monument Circle. In addition to the North Split, projects like the 16 Tech Bridge development and Cultural Trail expansion near the Elanco campus reflect a true collaborative effort in our community to make downtown more interconnected than ever. These efforts aren't just for the month of May. Downtown is truly a year-round destination for so many world-class events. I want to thank all of you here today for this opening and for the continued investment in infrastructure in and around downtown. And a reminder to all of those in our community that the Miles Square is open and ready to welcome residents and visitors alike. Thank you.
Next, we have President of the Indianapolis Marion County City County Council, Bob Osley.
Good afternoon, all. Like you, I'm here to celebrate the opening of the North Split, but I'll wager that today's milestone has a more immediate, positive impact on me as a city councilor for this district than you may actually realize. As I'm sure Commissioner Smith can attest, few things generate the same volume of public complaints as roads in need of repair, except the road construction undertaken to make those repairs. Ask any one of my council colleagues, every constituent wants their roads repaved, but somehow no one welcomes road construction. But there's more to celebrate today than the reopening of the highway interchange. Much more. And unlike the construction of the original North Split, unlike the construction of the entire downtown highway loop, this project was shaped by the voice of the surrounding community. It's no secret that construction of the original interstate loop here in Indianapolis caused irrevocable harm to predominantly Black neighborhoods that were, from that point on, divided from our city center and often from each other. The ease of interstate travel and a quick commute from the suburbs may have ushered in a new life and a new way of life for some neighborhoods, but for others, it was a death. But times have changed, and fortunately, so has our collective thinking about projects like this one, as indicated by INDOT's willingness to listen to the concerns and desires of the neighborhoods most directly impacted by this project. The voice of the local community is reflected in INDOT's ongoing plans, and I believe that the projects will be better for it. This in itself is a road I hope we find ourselves traveling with increasing frequency in the days to come. A road that leads to ever-growing opportunities for collaboration and cooperative solutions to our most pressing infrastructure needs. My thanks to INDOT and to all the North Split project partners for this and for the work that's yet to come. No matter which leg of the North Split we take today, let us continue to travel together. Thank you.
And our last speaker, but certainly not least, is NDOT Commissioner Mike Smith.
I was thinking about my comments this morning, and I thought you would want to hear something from one of the great historic leaders of our society over time. But most of you who really know me know that I'm a family guy. And so, in the words of Miss Darvis from High School Musical 3, you did it. You graduated. It's a great day, one that, if I'm being quite honest, late last summer I wasn't sure I would survive to see. But we banded together, we worked hard, we figured out how to conquer every challenge along the way, and we have done it. Certainly we recognize that there is much work to go, but in terms of the major work and the mobility that needs to happen across this region of our state, we have done it. I would be remiss not to say thank you. Just look around at all of the folks wearing the high visibility yellow and orange vests. I want to say personally, with deep gratitude and all the sincerity in the world, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for what you will continue to do. This project, as most projects just like it, is not one that just happens. You don't just snap your fingers and we wake up and it's done. We ask a lot of the folks who work on these jobs. We ask them to spend long hours, nights, weekends away from their families. We've asked them in very warm, hot conditions to be out here, making the job happen, getting the job done. We even asked you to work through the winter. And it was a get her done attitude. We're just gonna go do it. And so even though we're 4 or 5 months later than our original plan, we rebuilt, we reimagined the entire crossroads of America. So let's give a round of applause to everyone who worked on this project. I would also like to say none of these projects, mega projects, happen without great partners. So Nick Lagura from Superior, the prime contractor on the project, thank you to you and your team for stepping up and delivering this project. To HNTB, our owner's rep, thank you for your tireless hours, your professionalism, and your help in getting the job done. We truly appreciate it. But what I was most heartened by was the get her done attitude from our entire construction industry across the state of Indiana. We asked for help along the way. We asked for a lot of help along the way. And I'm not gonna pretend that every bit of it was sunshine and rainbows, but we answered the call and we accomplished the mission. So to all of our partners, a sincere debt of gratitude from me to you. To our NDOT employees, too many to call out by name, but the ones that had to put up with me on a weekly or bi-weekly basis throughout most of this project: Brian Shattuck, Cliff Walker, Scott Sipes, and on and on and on. Most of the rest of you didn't have to deal with me quite on that regular basis. But I think that even our staff knew the gravity of the situation. We didn't do this and attack it with the level of urgency that we did to impress anybody but the motoring public. And we're standing in front of the second busiest interchange in the state. Not just one that creates an environment where we can live, work, and play, but one that allows us to transport goods and services across the global economy. And so we celebrate that today with a beautiful skyline behind us. And I couldn't be more proud of our NDOT staff, everyone who's been involved, all of our partners, from Federal Highway to the industry in the state of Indiana. And we thank you for being here. Congratulations. The other thing, before I wrap up, is we are very clear that there is work still to do. And so we are going to make the areas in and around the interchange welcoming to the community, and something that the community can be proud of, and something that the citizens can interact with day to day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner Smith. This is not necessarily the most traditional in terms of what we've seen with ribbon cuttings. As the Commissioner just stated, there is still much work to be done before we can say the job is truly finished. In a few moments, I will invite our speakers as well as some members of the project team to officially plant the beginnings of the urban forest, which will be taking shape where we are standing over the coming months. We are planting these trees to mark the beginning of more improvements to come, like the urban forest, the completion of the Monon Loop, and paving on local streets. So at this time, I would like to invite our speakers, as well as Cliff Walker and Brian Shattuck with NDOT, Kia Gillette and Seth Schickel with HNTB, and Nick Lagura with Superior Construction, to grab a shovel and we'll plant some trees.